let's start in the close guard. And the drill will be super simple. It's just stand up. So I'll grab double collar. I'll grab a sleeve. I'm gonna stuff this sleeve right in front of his belt, and then I'm gonna wrap my arm over this wrist right here. So now both of my hands are pushing weight into this hand, and I want to step up. I don't want to do two different steps. I don't want to go one and then two, even though it's okay because I have this hand, but I want to do 1, 2, like a half skip of a beat between the steps. So it's just 1, 2, back down, 1, 2, back down, 1, 2, back down, and I'll do 10, and then my partner will do 10, and then we'll talk more. 1, 2. Today I want to talk a little bit about base. So usually you're looking, especially when someone's standing up or just anywhere in jiu-jitsu, there's like 3 points of contact that they're where they have base, and then they're like anywhere else they don't. So like basically when someone's standing, if they're standing just face forward like this, if you had both of their legs and then pushed my hips this way, I would have nothing to catch me and I would lose my base. But if I just was like this, now if you push me in the middle, like if you have my legs and you push me in the middle, I would have base because I'm going into my back leg. So here you would want to put the pressure right here on my hip, and then over here I don't have base. So if I can get my stand all the way up. So if we grab one leg right here, and I put my leg behind my partner's kneecap, now I have both of his legs secured. All I need to do is put my my pushing force in his hips to where he has no base, and he should fall over. I should be able to stand up, and now he can grab the same foot, control both my legs, and push my base back. So we'll just go back and forth. Here, I got two controls on my partner's legs, so all I need to do is push his hips to where he has no base, and I can stand up, and we'll go back and forth. Questions? 1, 2. Now if my opponent comes at me with a staggered stance instead of being super flat, I need a different point of contact now to, instead of going straight in front where he has his back leg to have his base, I'm going to switch my feet so that my close side foot is going to go behind his heel right here. Now my left foot can go in front of his hips or over this way where he has no base to fall that way. And I'll push him over, and I'll give him that same staggered stance. So if he goes to that one, it won't work as well as when he switches. He'll give me a nice staggered stance. I go 1, 2, push him where he has no base, and stand up. Questions? 1, 2. So now my partner is going to come into my closed guard. And it's the same concept that I just showed you guys. We got to think about where my partner has his like base is planted. So if you see he's got 2 knees here, and then he's got his feet over here connected to the ground. So if I go for I think it's called hip bump sweep, and I go too far into him, then he's going to be able to drive forward because he has his feet behind him planted into the ground, so it won't work. Same thing, if I go too much to the side, then his base will widen and his knee's going to catch my weight. So when I do my hip bump sweep, I need to make sure I go, turn this way. I need to cut an angle where he won't have a base, which if his base is right here and right here for me, I just needed him to go this direction. So I'm going to come up, make sure I bump over that direction, and I'll end up in mount. Then I'll backtrack, end up here. My partner can do a hip bump sweep, and we'll go back and forth. Any questions about the hip bump sweep? I'll do it one more time. So I'll start here. I'll make sure the hands get off of me, and then when I come up, I'm going to clasp my elbow behind his elbow or behind his tricep, and then I'm going to make sure that my force is going in this direction to be effective. All right, let's give it a try. 1, 2.